As soon as you hear the music, John, go.
All right.
Shout out to Pepsi.
Yes, yes. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's sports for you. Episode 31. John, Mark, Nick Freeze,
What up? What up?
and of course on the board, the one and only Mr. Ben Reddy.
Yes, sir.
We're live on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Of course, follow us on Instagram at Sports for You Podcasts. Like us on Facebook, Sports for You. Follow Townhouse Media on Instagram, Townhouse Media Now. Like us on Facebook at Townhouse Media and subscribe to the Townhouse Media YouTube channel. Of course, you know where you can find us on the digitals, Apple, Spotify, Spreaker, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Stitcher Podcasts. And always, thank y'all for joining in with us on another Tuesday evening. Brothers, how y'all feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm great, man. You know, it's been a long day today, man. I'm glad to be. This is always the best part of Tuesday, so I'm glad that we're live and rolling. We are in the Townhouse Media Studios. I'm here at the crib right now, showing people that, you know, we are promoting the social distancing for those who obviously who are still battling the pandemic. So before we get to, we're going to talk about the NBA. We're going to talk some the horse about the NFL.
Hey.
But we're going to talk on a serious note. Obviously, we're a sports show. We try to keep things light to make sure, you know, to keep your mind off the seriousness of what's going on in the world today. But we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about what was going on in the country in the last week with the attack on the Capitol. I'm not going to talk too much on it, but obviously this is a sports show, and we want to just say our prayers and thoughts are with those who was affected by it, and just know that it's a serious situation what's going on in our country right now, but we are still here to provide you an outlet to get your minds off of what's going on serious in our country. So I just want to say to everybody who's dealing with the pandemic, we're with you. Anybody who was affected by those events, you're in our prayers as well. And guys, obviously, before we get into the sports, is there anything you guys want to say about what's been going on in the last week with everything from the attack or anything, and then we'll get into the sports.
Man, everybody just be safe out there, man.
Pretty much. Just be safe and, you know, look out for yourself, look out for your family. That's all I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Social distancing is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see where we're at, and obviously, thanks to the power of technology and the genius that has been ready, we're able to still keep giving y'all the best sports talk podcast this side of
Anywhere.
the Pacific, anywhere, Pacific, Atlantic, North, South, East, West. Sports for you. You don't believe that? Just look at what you see on TV. They sample our stuff. We're just waiting for the residuals.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk, and obviously we talk about the pandemic, so that's a good way to segue to the NBA. Obviously, we'll need to talk about this sorry game. My Lakers are just basically showing that the Houston Rockets are really they're in the tank right now. Too, James Harden pretty much pieces his way out of Houston. But
Pretty much.
obviously the situation in the NBA is getting serious with the COVID crisis right now. 5 games in the last week have been postponed because of either positive tests or close contact tracing. And now the question is, did the NBA make a deal with the devil? Like I seen there's an article in Yahoo, excuse me, that I posted on the show on our Facebook page from Vincent Goodwill, who writes for Yahoo's NBA writer for Yahoo, about about the NBA obviously now paying the price because obviously they were in the bubble, there were 0 tests, everything was monitored. Then they're coming back to trying to do things normal, and obviously games are being canceled, postponed early. And now because it seemed like the greed got in the way. They just had to make sure they had their games happen before Christmas so we can get the Christmas Day money instead of just waiting to, January or something. But when you look at it, and I'm just saying, if we wait to January and the way the numbers are rising, there's a good chance the season probably wouldn't have started to February or March now. And I get it; it's a business, A lot of the players were kind of shocked that the season started this soon, but is it ain't nothing you can do about it now but just play on or just play ball.
Right, right.
So I'm asking you guys this. I'll start with you, Mark. Did the NBA make a is the NBA paying the price for focusing on money first and not their players?
Uh, yeah. I think anytime you in the business of making money, making sure your money is good, not making sure the people who's helping you make that money is good, you always go suffer in the long run. They should have gave him some time off. Started in February, created a bubble, maybe a 4-city bubble.
Yep.
Uh, and work the way around it like that. I think the bubble for the end of last year was a really good idea and it worked out really well. But I mean, you should have known we got a lot of young players in the NBA that still want to, do what they want to do, go out, go drink, go, whatever they doing. Of course, it's go, include some positive tests coming back.
Yeah.
So when you give people that free reins of you can live a normal life, normal circumstances go happen too.
Very true. Very true. What I've seen from this so far is more so of the genius of how well that the bubble worked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we all gave the NBA a lot of credit for the bubble, but I think we need to give them more credit now that we look back at it, because that bubble was so effective as far as making sure everything went smoothly. Like you said, there was no positive test throughout the whole time. And, if you left the bubble, you had to do what, you have to be quarantined. For how many days was it? I think it was
10
days.
It was a 10-day
10
quarantine.
days.
That's not enough.
Oh, of course it's not enough.
But you also had to come back. Like, you couldn't come around other players if you if you didn't have, I think, 2 or 3 negative tests.
Yeah, you had to get a certain amount of negative tests before you was even thought about coming out of quarantine.
Yeah.
And so right now, kind of like what you said, Mark, it's the young dudes. At the end of the day, these dudes are young. They want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. But, it's at a price, though. Because, they may be taking the precautions they need to, but maybe some of the people around them aren't.
Some of these young harlots aren't.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And, that more so shows into the reason why the NBA didn't allow that many outside people into the bubble.
Right.
So, at this point, all you can do is just hope that it doesn't really get any worse than what it already is. And, and it's the same thing as baseball. As long as none of the main teams are affected by this, it's not going to be that big of a problem. Unless a breakout happens at Staples Center or Milwaukee or Miami or, a big team like that, or like Denver, there's not really going to be that big of an issue. Brooklyn's already gone through it, so I guess everybody's used to Brooklyn having issues.
Well, I was gonna talk about Brooklyn in a minute because their story, because that's a whole nother story. But the NBA did announce stricter protocols now as far as no gas, limited one gas. I think obviously you can't interactions and everything. So they're trying, and I give Adam Silver credit. He's doing this on the fly. He's consulting with medical officials, and he's not being blinded or putting his head in the sand, pause, to what's going on. So it's going to work. We're going to get through this season. It's 72 games. That's why they split it in 36, because there's a good chance they knew this was a possibility of happening, and that's where we're at right now. Bring it. You bring up Brooklyn. Oh, Kyrie Irving.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kyrie Irving. So if y'all haven't heard the story, Kyrie Irving last week, before Thursday's game against the Sixers, announced he was not playing due to personal reasons. That was news to everybody, including his head coach, Steve Kerr. And find out that Kyrie, yeah, it was news to remember said that they don't need a head coach, but it was news to Steve Kerr. Now, there's speculation on why Kyrie isn't playing. Now, some people say it was because of what happened at the Capitol, or he just, he's AWOL right now, pause, without nobody knowing what's going on. But then today, somehow the social media cops found a video.
Who?
And we just had this conversation 2 weeks ago about Dwayne Haskins, which is really not, I don't understand why we're having this again. Kyrie Irving, there's a video of him with his family at his sister's 30th birthday party, and it was not a small gathering, and he was unmasked. And again, nobody knows why this guy is missing time. He hasn't communicated with his teammates. He hasn't communicated with Steve Kerr. He hasn't communicated with the GM and the ownership. And I guarantee he hasn't communicated with Kevin Durant.
I think he communicated with Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant knows exactly what he's doing and where he's at. It's just not Kevin Durant place to talk about it.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
If I'm Brooklyn, if Kyrie doesn't have one hell of an excuse for what happened over the past week, I am most definitely exploring trade options.
Nobody want Kyrie.
You'll be surprised.
It only takes one,
There's
Mark.
people that want Kyrie Irving on their team.
Oh, the Knicks, huh?
Yeah, I'll put him in the worst situation I can.
Yeah, I mean, or like I said, I would just suspend him without pay
Yeah,
for the rest of the season.
yeah, because that's ridiculous. You know,
And now the NBA is investigating right now.
they should be, and he should be fined and suspended without pay. Because if any of us were to do that at our job, what's going to happen?
We might be fired.
He's too much of a hassle. Like, didn't he do something? Where else he was at?
Boston,
He did something everywhere. Look,
Cleveland.
you got to think about his track record. So his last year in Cleveland's the season's about to start like a month. He was already on the look. It was so crazy how he requested this trade, the timing of it. 2K was already released with him on the cover, with his Cleveland Cavaliers jersey on. They had to go back and refix everything for him, for their cover athlete.
Oh, for the Celtics one now.
Yeah, because you remember he went to the Celtics.
Yeah.
Like literally like a couple of weeks before the season had started. Then I guess he wasn't content up over there in Boston for some apparent reason. And now he's over here, and he was causing all this ruckus about the bubble, even though he wasn't playing, which was stupid in himself right there. So this dude is crazy.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Mark.
So I think Brooklyn is looking at Kevin Durant like, this is your man.
Yeah,
We can't help you with this. This is your homie right here.
And I heard Stephen A. on his new show. I didn't see the whole episode, but there was a clip that seems to be spread in the area. That pause. Brooklyn had skepticism about signing Kyrie,
they should have.
but they knew this was the price they had to pay if they wanted to sign Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm. You said it earlier, making a deal with the devil.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what they did.
because in all actuality,
A blue devil.
yeah, Dookie. But in all actuality,
We don't know what they mean.
yeah. In all actuality, they really had no reason to sign Kyrie Irving in the first place. They already had a point guard who can give them about 12 points a game, and he was most definitely top 5 in assists the year before they got Kyrie Irving. So, they already had a capable point guard up over there. So, you would think you have a capable point guard with a scorer like Kevin Durant, that you would already be set. There was no reason for them to go after to get Kyrie Irving. At that point, you're just getting him to make sure that you guaranteed to get Kevin Durant, kind of like what the Clippers did with Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
B, I want to bring you in on this question, on this topic too, because pause. But I want to bring you on this topic because we had the same discussion 2 weeks ago when it came to Dwayne Haskins, and I wanted your perspective, obviously, as the CEO of Townhouse. And what do you think is going through the mind of their owner right now dealing with this dude?
This was a bad investment.
Yeah.
I mean, give or take. I mean, like Nick said, they had what they had. You say the dude give him 12, but it wasn't Kyrie Irving.
Of course, he wasn't
what I'm saying?
giving you the
But-
scoring of that, but yeah.
but it's like you've seen what he's done in the past two teams. You think Kevin Durant was going to change him? You bring him over there, he was going to change? You would think because he went where he wanted to. He wanted to play in New York, right?
That's where he's from. He's from New Jersey.
I mean, well, he's from there.
Yeah.
He's from the state. I thought that's where he wanted to play. He chose to go there, or they traded him.
Yeah, he went there. He went there free agency.
So it's like you getting everything you want, and you still slapping us in the face. I would tax this dude.
Yeah.
However we can tax max this dude out, we getting him up out of here.
Yeah, for real.
100% agree.
I'll trade him. I'll be like, yo, let somebody else, you go be somebody else's problem. You can get somebody for Kyrie and somebody.
That's what I'm saying. And he really got big headed behind that shot. Because let's just be honest. What was Kyrie Irving before LeBron was over there? He was Uncle Drew.
He was
barely him.
He was a good player who his team every year was in the lottery.
Exactly.
And the team had the number one pick 2 or 3 times he was there.
So that shows you how much better he can make your team just off of him.
So we was talking about the COVID situation in the NBA. MLB had a little news today. They're expecting that they're gonna have fans, and back when opening day starts in March, and they're selling fans. They don't have to be quarantined. Tested for COVID or vaccinated.
Oh, they done lost their damn mind.
So I'm gonna leave just about the brief because we're gonna go really into the college football, get into the football of everything. But can this work? Because you can't force a person to take the vaccine if they don't want it. But let me ask you this, and we're all sports fans, and I think about our teams. Mark, if the Bills were to make it to the Super Bowl, and someone tells you they have a free trip for you to go to Tampa, be in Raymond James Stadium to watch your Buffalo Bills play in the Super Bowl for the first time in over 2.5 decades, but you have to be vaccinated. What would you do?
I'm watching Buffalo on TV.
Pretty much.
B, you feel the same way about if it was the Chargers?
Best seat in the house.
Yep.
I guess we're unanimous then. I guess we'll be all state. We'll be at somebody's house or we'll have somebody at our house, whatever.
You know how much fun you can have at your own house spending all that money.
All the homies here. You got front row seats, sideline. You got all the seats with the TV.
Yeah, you got to worry about nobody doing nothing crazy around you, spilling beer and all that crazy stuff.
Spills.
Relax.
Wow.
Hey, wrong.
Say that for when y'all start season 2 of No Rules, man.
Shout to No Rules.
The new No Rules.
Phase 3.
Phase 3. So let's talk some college football, gentlemen. Last night we crowned a new champion.
New old champion.
Yeah.
Well, for the sixth time under Nicholas Saban. Alabama, they tied the Buckeyes last night. 52-24. Devontae Adams, Heisman Trophy winner, Player of the Year, Biletnikoff winner, had 13 receptions, 215 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. He didn't play much in the second half because he injured his hand, but who cares? They didn't need him.
"Quote unquote" injured his hand.
Can anybody name a defensive back from Ohio State right now?
Sean Wade.
Where was he at?
Yeah,
Getting ate up like everybody else.
Pause. He was basically looking at the back of Devontae Smith's cleats.
Why'd you finish that statement?
Cleats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's supposed to be a projected top 15 pick too.
Who, Devontae Smith?
No, Sean Wade, the cornerback.
Oh yeah, I know he's pretty good. I was just clowning him, but you know something? If they, not to jump too ahead, if there's one team that should draft him, I think it should be the Jets.
Draft who?
Draft who? Devontae Smith?
Yep.
At number 2?
I would. Only because they need a receiver over there. You know, they got a quarterback and get you a receiver over there. You know, you work from there.
I can see that because you definitely need playmakers over there. You have like Nick said, you have a good quarterback over there. But also, man, I don't know. If I'm a Jets fan, I think I would want them to go with that kid from Oregon.
The lineman, right?
Yeah. Pelini, is that his name?
Talking about, yeah.
Panay Sewell.
Okay. Yeah, him. The left the left tackle.
He's good. He's one of the higher left tackle prospects in a long time. Too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I will go with that because you got to protect Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
If you're going forward with him.
Yeah. Seriously.
Well, it basically means Devontae Smith falls to 3 and he'll end up with the Dolphins.
And they need receivers too.
And especially if they try to make that move for one quarterback who we're going to talk about in a minute.
They need a quarterback.
I'm about to say it's not guaranteed they're sold on Tua. I mean, we see what happened in Arizona.
We'll see because there's some rumors out there about them trading for another quarterback.
I hope it ain't Fields.
Nah, but he's a brother, all right. But here's the question about Alabama. Where's Alabama at when it talks about where's Nick Saban fall now in the lineage of college coaches with the Bear Bryants with
he was already there.
Well, he's already there with Bear, but does him getting his 7th championship last night make him the GOAT? Is he the Belichick of college football?
I already said he was.
I already thought he was.
I thought he was too, but I think now people are really starting to pay attention. I don't know what took him so long. I mean,
people don't like
he's had a guy drafted in the first round in each of the last 12 drafts.
I mean, that's why you got a bunch of 26-year-olds on your team.
That's what happens when you got a lot of players that's already professional on your team.
Pretty much.
So
do you know that Alabama's coaching staff a lot of times is
coaching rehab
is better than some NFL coaching staffs?
It's coaching rehab, Nick. That's why.
Yeah. Anytime a coach has a bad stint or something, they go right there to Alabama
for a couple years
and go ahead and leave and get them a coaching job somewhere else. Lane Kiffin.
Now Steve Sarkisian.
I think Steve Sarkisian should have had a job, but that's just me.
The next one will be Bill O'Brien.
That's where I'm going to the next.
He's not getting.
Bill O'Brien is going to be replacing Sark as the OC for Alabama. It was talks either him or Adam Gase, but now we know it's going to be Bill O'Brien.
Adam Gase.
You can't bring cocaine to college, can you?
I mean, Michael Irvin did.
I mean, and you can't give it. You sure can't give it to kids. Hey, you must have seen the CDU documentary somewhere. Nick, you didn't see the U documentaries, man?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why do you think I said it?
Yeah, it did.
Exactly.
But you can't get it from Adam Gase though. If you
Yeah, not over there. Not the way he was looking in that interview. Wait, hold on. Whoa. Pause.
Y'all wrong. Yeah, he was high. He was high.
Yeah, most definitely.
He was high. So let's talk some NFL because obviously now we can put a ball in college. Now this college football is over. Alabama's the champ. We'll look ahead when it's time to look ahead to next year. We'll talk next year, but they've made it through the season, and we'll see what happens if Nick Saban gets his 8th national title next year. But let's talk some NFL because whoa, one more college football topic before we go to. Did y'all see that they made the announcement for the College Football Hall of Fame?
No, I did not.
No, I didn't.
Some of the names notables were Carson Palmer, C.J. Spiller, my guy Al Wilson.
Yeah.
Tony Romo made the College Football Hall of Fame.
Tony Romo was very good at Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, where Sean Payton was.
Yeah, he was a very good player up over there. He still holds records up over there too. Like they're high records.
Yeah, because nobody goes there.
Yeah.
So let's talk some NFL.
Hey, it's funny that you brought up C.J. Spiller. C.J. Spiller was the person that pretty much, when organizations are when colleges end up being good, there's always that one player that ends up kickstarting them, and C.J. Spiller was that player for Clemson because it was him and Jacoby Ford. They were just too fast. They were faster than everybody on the field.
Yeah.
Mark said he didn't do that. Mark said he didn't do that for the Bills.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He was hurt a lot over there too, but
no, he wasn't hurt. He just didn't want to play.
I'm talking about mentally hurt.
Oh yeah. So he was sorry, except on Madden.
Oh, Eastern Carolina for Romo. Okay.
No, it's Eastern Illinois. It was Eastern Illinois.
Oh,
I got it. Look it up. NFL. Mark should be a happy camper right now. But let's talk on a serious note. We talked last week during calling out names. We had a serious discussion about the whole Doug Peterson situation with the Eagles. Well, I guess Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman must have listened to our show because Doug Peterson got fired yesterday, or as they say in their statement, parted ways.
No, only black coaches get fired.
pretty much.
Yeah.
No, they parted ways with Anthony Lynn.
No, they said he fired him. ESPN said they fired him.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
No, he
about
got fired.
Yeah.
But he got fired according to ESPN, but I'll leave that alone. Jim Schwartz had already announced he was not coming back. He was taking a year off football. And now the reports were that he left, that Doug Peterson was getting tired of being told what to do. He felt like he was a Super Bowl winning coach. He earned his right to have his say on who he wanted on his staff, what type of players he wanted, blah, blah, blah. And now he's fired. And now the word is that he's probably the front runner to be the new head coach of the New York Jets because Joe Douglas, the GM there, was, of course, part of the Eagles front office while he was there for many years under Andy Reid, and even when he got rehired, when he became their new head coach after the Chip Kelly era.
That would be the smartest thing the Jets did since they fired Rex Ryan.
Well, that didn't take much. And then who was Rex Ryan's replacement? Wasn't it Todd Bowles?
Yep. The man that everybody wants to be a head coach again for some apparent reason.
But
Hold on, I'm not supposed to put down black man. I'm sorry.
nah, but he's a better defensive coordinator than his head coach. Just put it
Yes, he
like
is.
that. I'm not putting him.
It's like night and day.
But the Eagles, obviously now, I want to ask this question, and Colin Cowherd brought this up today. They fired Andy Reid. And he was obviously their greatest coach, led them to a Super Bowl, but lost. Chip Kelly era was he had
A joke.
We can talk about the whole racist stuff, but then they did have a winning season there. But then Doug Peterson led them to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a coveted job? And those talking is Carson Wentz will now be probably back with Philly. Is this a job that if you were a head coach you would want to accept?
I mean, there's worse jobs than this, but I think that it may have been a combination of maybe Philly felt as if Doug Peterson got a little bit too big headed after winning a championship, and maybe Philly feel as if they like they should do this and that, like you said they should have more control over who's on the staff or whatever. But if you're gonna hire this dude as your head coach, you got to trust his decisions on the coaches as well. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere that they let him go because they didn't believe in his plan of moving forward, of getting the organization in a better place. So that's the reason why they let him go.
And then people are like, I had a talk with a guy the other day. He was like, it was smart what they were doing, playing for the place you're playing to lose. But I'm like, well, it's only smart if it's a plan. I don't play to lose. But the question is, if he went rogue, then of course he deserved to be fired because there's no way those players are going to want to play for him. I told you, we heard what Miles Sanders said. I saw the Jason Kelsey statement. He claimed he knew that Nate Sudfeld was going to get some playing time on the game. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah, he's full of it.
Come on, Kels. I mean, that's why. Well, your brother's the better Kelsey, even though I hate him, even though he's on the wrong team. But he's still the best tight end in football. By the way, all pro teams were announced the other day.
Mm-hmm.
There were two players who were named unanimous. Can you tell me who those two players were?
One of them better been Aaron Donald.
That's one.
Kelsey.
That's two. That means there was not another tight end voted to the All-Pro team.
Yeah, that's because
George Kittle got hurt.
Relax.
But here's my thing also. Your boy Nick, Darren Waller, he didn't get one vote.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous since he was second in almost all those categories. Hey, you know what it is when you wear that Raider jersey. Come to territory.
So,
so Darren Wallace just come to Buffalo. I agree.
yeah. So
Hey, watch
let's
out, man.
talk about another team who's got some quarterback drama. See, there you go. You already. I mean, what y'all gonna try to sign him just like y'all signed Devontae Freeman. This week?
Well, practice squad player.
Well, Zach Moss out for the rest of the year, so.
Yeah, best wishes to him.
Yeah.
That it wasn't serious.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about another team with quarterback drama, the Houston Texans. The talk is Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he's frustrated. He feels like the team is not taking his voice serious. He also feels that maybe they're keeping their head in the sand when it comes to what's going on with social justice in this country. And Chris Mortensen reported on Countdown Sunday that he will waive his no trade clause if he can get traded to the Miami Dolphins.
Whoa.
And that mean the trade would be you send Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins for Tua, the
third pick
that they traded to Houston for Laramie Tunsil. Probably another future number one pick to get Deshaun Watson. Now, number one, Houston's not going to do this. And I also bring this up because the report was that Houston had not interviewed or requested an interview with Eric Bieniemy.
They're stupid.
And that really upset Deshaun because him and I guess Patrick Mahomes with the bat for him as well. He has a friendship with Deshaun Watson, and obviously Deshaun Watson went to Texans and said, "This is the guy who I want y'all to at least give a chance." And obviously they didn't hear him. Now the report is that the Texans are requesting an interview with Eric Bieniemy, but it shouldn't have took all this.
If I was him, I wouldn't even accept the call.
Nope. Because I'm pretty sure he'll get jobs and he'll get offered somewhere else.
Exactly.
He interviewed with every opening except for them, and he's going to get an interview with the Eagles.
Yeah, I wouldn't even accept it.
Connection.
Mm-hmm.
He can stay where he's at for another year. He's good. He's in a good predicament regardless. He stayed where he got a chance to win another Super Bowl.
And someone said that. I think Pro Football Talk was saying he thinks he might, if he doesn't get hired, it's not just because he doesn't think he'll get a job. He also isn't sure he wants to go to the very perfect. He wants it to be the right situation.
45-16.
Jeez. Joel Embiid had 45 and 16.
What was that? 5 blocks?
Lord.
5 steals.
5 steals.
That's crazy.
That's Hakeem numbers.
Whew.
Yeah, you would have had those numbers if him and Jordan played together.
He had those numbers without Jordan.
Yeah. But he would have been this has been different. But back on football. We'll get Mark
Sorry,
back on football. Back on football. Mark is in the zone. Every time he hears the story, he makes him just go get into 2K mode right now.
Y'all gotta figure out which ball y'all gonna talk about.
But Deshaun Watson now, the report also is with the Houston situation, they hired this big prestigious search firm to find the right candidate to be their general manager. Mm-hmm. And the recommendation had 2 minorities. There's Omar Khan, who was assistant GM with the Steelers, and Louis Riddick from ESPN. And they were the 2 that was recommended to the McNair family. But then they circumvent the process after spending like 6 figures on this, spending a lot of money on this. And speaking of Deshaun Watson, he's at the Rockets-Lakers game right now. And if I'm not mistaken, he was sitting next to LeBron's right-hand man, Randy Mims. But
he's gonna be a clutch agent soon.
No, I think that's not Randy Mims, it's somebody else. But Deshaun Watson is sitting courtside at the Rockets-Lakers game. But they basically ignored it and went and hired this guy Nick Casario just because he was in the Patriots organization.
I'm tired of these Patriots people getting hired and then don't do nothing nowhere else.
We can make it. That's a top 10 list right there.
Yeah, the most overhyped Patriots coach.
All of them.
Romeo Crennel.
Exactly. Why don't you just offer a bunch of picks for Belichick? Duh.
Yeah.
These guys aren't it. It was Charlie Weiss, Romeo Cornell, Bill O'Brien, Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia. So far, Brian Flores is going to be the only one that's panning out.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien had a couple of good seasons in Houston and one good season in Penn State. But let's be real. All these Bill O'Brien assistants, and by the way, Nick Saban is probably the best, and he's not even in the NFL.
Yeah.
They don't pan out. So stop trying to steal the Patriot way. The Patriot way is Belichick.
Pretty much.
Yep.
That's why you don't know how much. That's why you don't know how much he makes. And y'all gonna go overpay these guys instead of going out there and finding the more qualified people. But I'll leave that alone, man.
It's crazy because when Matt Patricia when it was time for him to become a head coach, everybody wanted him as their coach. It was ridiculous.
I don't know why. Him and his pencil in the side of his ear, like he's I know he's like he was like in the astrophysics or something.
Yeah, I don't know what he's into, but
he's into moving because he's into the unemployment line right now. That's where he's at. He got the EDD office.
Hey, we go do the picks.
Yeah, man. Oh man. By the way, on the Patriots, one note on the Patriots before we get to the picks. Todd McShay has my draft out right now, and obviously Trevor Lawrence went number 1. They have Justin Fields, and he has Justin Fields at 15 to the Patriots.
I don't think the Patriots going to draft an Ohio State quarterback.
I don't think Justin Fields is going to fall all the way to 15.
I feel sorry for any team that drafts him.
They had Zach Wilson number 4. Well, McShay did.
Zach Wilson's a pretty good quarterback.
That's why I said Broncos should draft
him. No, they like your boy.
I don't think he's going to be available, man. Unless we trade up. But get to the picks, Mark.
All right, so first game we got Bills and the Colts.
Should I kick my feet up on this one?
Everybody picked the Bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
although it was close.
We can talk about that later.
Boy. Oh boy, I'm gonna hate calling out names today. By the way, speaking of the Texans, by the way, Mark, one more note on the Texans. You saw who they're also interviewing, right?
Brian Dable?
No, they're interviewing your defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier.
Well, good luck.
See what happened to the Vikings.
Okay, suck.
Next.
The next game is the Rams and the Seahawks.
Ben, put your cup up. I can't see it, man.
What?
Pause.
Yo.
Me and B were the only ones who picked the Rams.
Ben and John picked the Rams. Okay. And me and Nick picked Seattle.
Pause the music, B. We need to breathe on this game. We got to breathe on this game right quick. That was the worst game I've ever seen Russell Wilson play in his entire career. And it wasn't, and obviously that Rams defense had him shook like he was listening to a Mobb Deep record.
Shook ones. I feel that.
I mean,
he was.
It's ridiculous because in all actuality, I don't know why I picked Seattle because they always lose to the Rams.
Because obviously Pete Carroll has the best record on Wild Card Weekend, and the Seahawks have not lost a home game in a playoff home game since he's been the head coach.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
And it was Saturday.
The next game is Tampa Bay versus Washington.
I pick Washington.
My goodness.
Me, John, and Ben pick Tampa Bay.
Hey, I know one thing though. Tampa Bay about to lose so badly next round.
We go see.
We'll see. I mean,
to the Saints. They just dogged them like 38-3.
All right.
Yeah, that was regular season Brady. They ain't playoff.
What about the first game?
Regular season Brady.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll see. The next game is the Ravens versus the Titans.
You pick the Titans.
Nick and John pick the Titans. Hey, why you didn't stop the music on that one, John?
Yeah, you can. You can.
I'll stop it for him. Go ahead, John.
John.
Hold on, Mark.
What's that? Derrick Henry, man. You really picked the wrong time to show why running backs don't deserve big contracts. Pause.
Don't count that man money.
I'm not counting his money, but 15
Ryan
carries.
He only had 48 yards.
If he had a better quarterback.
Lamar Jackson had 90 more yards than him, Mark.
He had Ryan Tannehill when he had 2,000 yards too. It was just a bad game.
For Ryan Tannehill.
You think?
Yeah.
The next game we have is the Bears versus the Saints.
Real quick. Did y'all have any beef with anything the Ravens did post game?
No.
I didn't either.
No.
I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, it's karma. Go ahead, Mark.
Much.
Next game is the Bears versus the Saints.
I think I picked the Bears.
You're the only one who picked the Bears.
You bet on Mitch Trubisky.
Nick is done already.
I've been done.
Yeah, I'm surprised Nick didn't pick Cleveland. I mean, well,
I was about to.
you should have.
Man.
And then the next game is Steelers and Browns. John didn't even write the Browns, and that's why the Browns won. And we all lost.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield must have been listening to our podcast, or either listening or somebody.
Time out.
Somebody on
Cut the music.
somebody on.
Cut the music. Steelers. Sign Bud Dupree. Y'all have been trash ever since he's gotten hurt. Defense has been shredded ever since he's been hurt. Pay that man. Okay. Franchise tag.
All right.
Where we at?
So we got the spreads.
Huh?
Ben and Nick picked the Steelers to win by 6.
Yeah, it was just a losing weekend for me.
Jesus.
Damn.
I picked the Seahawks to win by 4.
Well,
And who did I pick?
The Saints to win by 10.
Booyaka, 619, baby. That was good.
619.
Yeah. Shout out to San Diego.
Hey,
That's
who
Eric
won?
on San Diego.
Mark?
Yeah.
Mark won.
Well,
No,
Mark won the picks.
no, I didn't.
Who won?
Who won the
John?
John and Ben tied.
Wow.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
John tied. Oh, John tied the score
He got saved.
with that pick 'em.
Oh, so he won.
Nah.
You was up 5-4, and then with that pick 'em, he made it 5-5. Nick had. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
And then I have 4.
Yeah, it was a terrible weekend for me.
By the way,
I would lost a gang of money, but boy,
calling out names is gonna be very football centric for me.
uh oh.
So let's go ahead and start looking ahead to divisional weekend, gentlemen.
All right, so we got what's the first game, John? Are you looking at it right now or no?
Well, no, but I know how the games go in order. I just
I'll look at it right now.
We need the
Nick, pull
spreads.
up the spreads. I got the game. It's Rams. First game
Whoa.
Saturday is Rams Packers,
Rams.
and I'm not mistaken. Green Bay is -7 in that game too.
I'm going. Oh man, they play
In Green Bay,
They playing
in
in Green
25
Bay.
degree weather.
25-degree weather. I'm going.
No,
with Pack.
that's the high, Mark. That's the high. The low is 18.
Hey man, just say Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going with Packers.
Nick,
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Rams.
Rams. Wait, is Aaron Donald not playing?
he's playing. In the words of Sean McVay, the Terminator will be on the field.
I'm going with the green and yellow team only because
Yeah, I'm gonna choose them, but I'm not confident with that pick though. I'm gonna be honest.
When you have a team that's not used to playing in cold and you go to a cold city and play,
Oh yeah.
Ben, who you got?
Everybody got
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
No,
I'm going.
I know.
Oh,
I got the
I'm
Rams.
I'm going with the Rams. Let's get the coast in there.
John and Ben will lose this weekend.
Can I give you my reason? Can I give you my reason for picking the Rams?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
It's because of the coast.
No, it's just the fact that I told you guys this. And remember, I know I picked the Saints to come out the NFC. But when I see this Rams defense, I get flashbacks to my 2015 Broncos. Mediocre quarterback play, but a defense that was lights out. Pass rusher, Von Miller, Aaron Donald.
I think Jared Goff
DeMarcus
played
Ware,
way
and Leonard
better.
Floyd.
He's played way better than Peyton did that year.
Well, he did. But
Peyton was playing like
Peyton was garbage from week 1, man.
yeah, it was done. You could tell he should have retired after that the season before.
And it really started in that AFC that game we lost to the Colts in the playoffs. But that's the reason why. That defense is Super Bowl caliber. And Mark was with it. And Mark was with me when me and Mark watched that Super Bowl together. Shout out to D, Marsh and Josh, Jamie, who was all together, and my daughter's mother too. But that's my reason for picking the Rams.
All right, the next game is what?
Your boys against Baltimore.
Ooh.
In Buffalo. And we saw how Lamar Jackson did in cold weather in New England. Granted, it was raining cats and dogs. But what's the point spread on that one, Nick?
For that one, it's Buffalo -2.
So Buffalo -2. So they say y'all field goal favorite, Mark. I'm still picking the Bills.
I'm picking the Bills too. Yeah, Lamar and them.
Got the Ravens out here, man.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's gonna be a tough game for us.
Mark, guess how this game is tugging at your heartstrings right now.
Well, I'm picking Buffalo no matter what, but
Well, of course.
That's right there, man. Lamar Jackson, scary, man.
Yeah.
So what's the next game?
Sunday, Chiefs Browns.
I'm going
I
with
say Browns Chiefs because the Chiefs are home field.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
I am too, because I had them in the Super Bowl. They're in Kansas City,
Who else?
And the Browns.
in KC.
You going with Kansas City?
Yeah.
Where my homies?
Oh,
Baker.
you going with Cleveland?
Baker.
Oh, now, okay. Making up for last week, huh?
Well, Baker gonna have a lot of time to do more of them nationwide commercials after this game.
She's about to win by 78.
Oops, snap, my phone fell.
Okay.
And the last game is Saints. Huh?
What happened, John?
Oh,
wait.
whoa. John getting beat up over there? Oh.
Nah, John, camera stop. John, you all right? Your camera stopped. John, what's going on?
John, you straight? You good over there, dog?
Yeah, I don't know what the heck. My camera just all of a sudden just came. Hold on, we get back. We'll be back.
What's the next game? Nathan Saints versus
The Bucks. And New Orleans is favored by 3.
Yeah, I'm putting my name first on that.
Yeah, I'm picking the Saints.
I'm going with Tampa Bay. Nick going with the Saints. Who you got?
Don't even ask me. Anytime Brady playing.
You going with the GOAT quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only GOAT that's on the field.
Hold on.
No, yeah, I'm going. No, I'm going with the goats. Oh no, actually, I'm going with the Saints.
That nigga said, I'm going.
Yo.
Hey John, your camera's still wilding, B.
I can tell.
Yo.
That said, I'm going. Nigga said, what? Look at John. John lost. Y'all
I can't even see it.
Nah, y'all can't see. I'm holding it up here so y'all can see it when the video play back.
All right. So what's the
I'm back.
Nah, you still look like how you did the first time.
There you go. He back. There you go. Hey,
All right,
hey
cool.
John, if you got your TV up, you gotta if you can a little bit down, it's coming in through the mic.
Yeah.
Nah, my TV's on mute. That's right.
That is. All right, well
That's
let's
right,
go.
moms.
Tell moms what's up. Hey, what's the spreads?
Hold on.
Can we stop asking that?
So
Hold on, right quick. I'll close the door right quick. Go ahead. I'm listening.
no problem. Green Bay -6.5. Bills -2. The Chiefs -10, and New Orleans -3.
Mark going with Chiefs to win by 11 because they're going to win by 76. I said.
I think the Browns can cover that.
You picking that?
Yeah, I'm picking the Browns. So.
Nick Brown to not lose by 76.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is this. I don't know if Kansas City gets that many opportunities to score points. That's all I have to say.
All they gotta do is get the ball 4 times. That's 28. And I don't think Cleveland's gonna score that much.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take the Saints -3.
The boys Myles Garrett may have something to say about that.
And I mean, also say this: I'm not comfortable picking against Brady in the playoffs, but
You got the Saints to win by 4, right, John?
yeah,
I'm picking him because he's not with
The
New
Saints
England no
to
more.
win by 4?
Yeah.
Oh, he think the Saints gonna beat the?
Tampa Bay, yeah.
well, I got to stick with my pick. B. I had the Saints before the season started.
Oh, okay. What's the what are they now? What Tampa Bay looking like?
Tampa Bay is they got New Orleans -3.
So
they should say New Orleans, Tampa Bay have to win by 3. If you pick Tampa, they have to win by 4.
no. If you pick Tampa, they can lose by 2 or win.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. You educated me.
Tampa.
I got that one right there.
Y'all on the right show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See y'all on the right show?
Y'all got jokes.
Tampa to cover is 2, right? Or 3?
No, it's 3.
All right. So if they lose by 2, you still win.
Okay.
I'm going with them.
All
Them
right,
boys.
man. All right. I didn't even count the college football.
Yeah, we all picked Alabama, did? Well, I think
No.
D1 picked Ohio State.
No, I pick Ohio State too.
What?
Being whatchamacallit picked Ohio State. Being Nick.
Man, y'all think like brothers too.
Hey man.
Hold on.
Hey man. All right, so what we on now, dog? The calling out names?
Yeah, man, this one be real football centric. So
Go ahead and do your intro.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the pick segment. Next week, we'll get ready for Championship Sunday. But like we say, as we give people credit for saying smart things, we have to talk about people who say stupid things. The segment that's often imitated, never duplicated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for calling out names. And I will lead off. I will be the Ricky Henderson on calling out names right now. I need to call out people still in the LA media.
Uh-oh.
If y'all do not get off the John Wolford bandwagon, this guy was gone in his second series. And what makes you think if that happened on Saturday with Green Bay in 25-degree weather that he's going to bounce back? He's going to bounce back. No. I know people hate Jared Goff. I know Jared Goff is probably public enemy number 1 to LA football fans. But like I said, me and Nick said this last week. John Wolford was not going to go in there and be better than Jared Goff.
No.
And you have a $100 million quarterback. And now the question is there some beef between him and McVay? So I'm going to say LA media, please get off the John Wolford bandwagon. Wolf of Wall Street, Wolf of Ram Street, Rams House, whatever. My next one. I need the NFL to take this real clear. Y'all better make this stop handing out token interviews to black coaches. Why am I hearing Marvin Lewis is interviewing for the New York Jets job?
Because they have to interview somebody black, like you said.
Pretty much.
Why am I hearing now Dan Quinn is going to be the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys? I'm tired of seeing these recycled coaches. Get some new blood in there. There's plenty of coaches on teams who are working their way through the coaching pipeline, pause, who y'all can hire. Stop picking the same old Joes. Because if they don't have the talent, they're not going to give you the production on the sideline.
Facts.
My next one is for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Go get your mind right. And I'm going to leave it at that because I guarantee one of my brothers might call you out worse. But go get your mind right.
I'm calling out Kyrie Irving.
Go ahead.
Definitely. Kyrie Irving. Dude, how in the world do you expect your team to take you seriously when you out here doing stuff like this? Your team is trying to win. Your team is in prime position to win a championship. And you pretty much doing everything you can possible to not help. It doesn't make any sense. You know, you're supposed to be, isn't he like part of like the Players Association or something?
He's vice president.
So you're the vice president of the Players Association and you acting like this? How is this going to look when it's time for negotiation times between the players union and the NBA? That they can't take the players seriously because they vice president decides he picks and chooses when he wants to play games. Come on, man, you got to think about the big picture of things. It doesn't make any sense. Why?
I agree.
Like, why, you talk about just because you had no reason not to play. You just didn't want to play. That's ridiculous. And then try to blame it on what happened in the Capitol. Like, get up out of here. Dude's a clown.
I agree. I'm saving my calling out names for Buffalo.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, let me go to the team situation. Denver, make sure y'all hire the right GM, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. I'm calling out John Gruden because, only reason why is because you got the opportunity to either get a great defensive mind in Wade Phillips or hire numerous young defensive coordinators that could have been game changers. One of these guys just needs an opportunity and to bring something new to the NFL, but you decide to go with who's it? Gus Bradley?
Gus Bradley, the Chargers defensive coordinator, former head coach of the Jaguars and defensive coordinator of the Seahawks.
There's nothing wrong with Gus Bradley, but I honestly feel like you could have done way better with that hire. That's just me personally. And and Mike Mayock, get some defensive players in this draft, please. And that's all I have to say.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Buffalo Show.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Buffalo defense, can we get a stop now, please? We still haven't got one. I know we got away with a win, and I'm happy for the win, but we should have lost that game. If Phillip Rivers made 2 better throws, we lose that game.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with our defense.
Yeah, I have to agree.
So,
I saw those plays too.
Leslie Frazier, stop running zone. Please stop running zone. Phillip Rivers had that zone for dinner. And like I said, if he made 2 better throws, Buffalo lose in the first round at home after doing all that winning in the regular season. Defense, y'all got to step up, man. I said it at the beginning of the season. I mean, I said it before the playoffs started. If our defense show up, I think we can win the Super Bowl.
I agree.
If our defense shows up. And it didn't show up on Saturday. We just got, they ran out of time.
Your offense was just good enough.
Just good enough. And I hate zone defense, and I hate Leslie Frazier.
I don't like zone defense either.
Especially
against a veteran quarterback. Zone defense doesn't work.
The receiver from USC, Pittman.
Oh yeah, he was killing.
Oh my God, he was killing everybody. And I'm like, yo, we got. I mean, I know our other cornerback is the sorriest cornerback in the league. Then
the third sorry.
No, the sorriest cornerback in the league, and then the one you replace him with is Josh Norman. He sucks in man coverage. I get it, but nah, man, like the two times you played in man, we had pass stops. Then you go right back in zone and give up a 3rd and 15.
That sounds like somebody's ego got in the way. That sounds like Greg Williams.
I'm telling you this, Sean McDermott, you're a defensive-minded coach. The next time you see some BS like that happening, you just tell Leslie Frazier to go to the locker room.
Here's my question.
Call plays.
Does Leslie Frazier call the plays on defense?
Yes.
That's all I'm about to say. I don't get why Sean McDermott doesn't call
problem
plays.
right there. That's a problem right there.
Yeah.
Let him do the install for the play. If you have a game like that, if y'all defense shows up like that Saturday against Baltimore and y'all win, because I still think you guys are going to win, and y'all have to play Kansas City or even Cleveland in the AFC Championship.
That ain't going to work.
Let Sean McDermott do the play calling and let Leslie Frazier do the install for for the week in practice.
No, you let Leslie Frazier just go do the interview.
Yeah, go and do an interview for that job. Get up out of there.
Wow.
Yeah, get him up out of there. Go back to Minnesota.
But that's all. That's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is calling out names. Before we get on up out of here, want to pay a tribute to a legend we lost. You know, last week, before the show started, me and producer Ben Reddy talked about we're losing too many legends. Obviously, when we heard about the news about Dr. Dre still in the ICU with the aneurysm. But last Friday, we lost a legend in LA sports, an icon in baseball, the great Tommy Lasorda. At the age of 93, longtime manager of the Dodgers, led us to 2 World Series, was a manager for 20 years, and was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1997. Been with the Dodgers for 71 years.
He's a great Dodger.
Bled Dodger blue.
Yeah, he was a great Dodger. I don't want to talk about him outside of that.
Yeah, pretty much. I know where you're going, Nick.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll leave it at that. He was a great Dodger.
Yeah, but that's all I want to say. And obviously, and that was a lot of stories. I heard a lot of stories, and and there's other sides of them, like Nick said, that people don't want to talk about. Yeah. I know plenty of people who love Tommy Lasorda the Dodger, but they didn't love Tommy Lasorda the person.
Yeah, that's why I specified it.
Because obviously he had there was some things he did and said, and you can go do your homework. But we're not gonna speak evil of the dead. We don't do that on Sports for You. But we just want to say our condolences to the Dodger Nation and everyone on the passing of Tommy Lasorda. Obviously, I'm a Dodger fan, so I just had to get that piece out because obviously I would be doing myself a disservice as a Dodger fan. As a Dodger fan, I'd be doing myself a disservice by not bringing it up. We actually spent Friday during the Showtime Forum halftime show talking about Lasorda, so I just thought it was right. So, but
man, rest in peace to Lasorda.
Absolutely, 93 years on this earth. That's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we're gonna recap the divisional rounds and look ahead to championship Sun. I want to also do something real quick. Nick, pull up the schedule. Obviously when we returned on air, it'll be after Martin Luther King Day. Salute. So for the main event, let's pick the games for MLK Day.
MLK Day, all right. Let me see.
That'll be Monday, and then we'll head on out. Obviously, I know one game for sure. I'm already picking the Lakers versus the Warriors. That's the last game, but
all right. Oh yeah.
So let's pick these games. Because it's a special day. We celebrate an icon of civil rights and just history.
Most definitely.
And Dr. King. His birthday actually is Thursday. Well, Friday, I should say. Mm-hmm. I know this because my mom's birthday is the day after, so I always never forget
Shout
that.
Shout out to moms.
That's right.
Shout out to moms.
RIP to my godmother Ruby. We funeralized her today, so RIP to that. Mom's pray for moms. She's getting rest right now. It was a hard process for her. First time she lost a friend, bros, ever.
Oh yeah.
But let's pick a game. Let's pick these games, man.
Got you.
Who's playing on MLK Day?
All right, first game, Magic and the Knicks.
Why my phone keep falling? Go ahead. Magic and the Knicks.
Yeah.
You know, this is the thing. Any other time I would have picked the Knicks, the Magic. But I think I'm gonna pick the Knicks.
Magic.
I got the Knicks.
And I got
By the way,
Julius
did y'all
Randle having a
see Aaron?
double.
Yeah.
By the way, did y'all see Aaron Gordon poster Giannis the other night?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I put it in the group chat.
That was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm going with the Knicks.
All right. Who you got? You got the Knicks?
Magic.
You
All
got the Knicks.
Yeah, I got the Knicks. Yeah.
All right.
Next game. Cleveland and Washington. I most definitely have Cleveland.
This game is garbage.
That's why I'm picking Cleveland.
I'm picking to choose not to pick this game.
I'm just picking Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I don't know why this is on.
Who put that game on the schedule? Is this are they doing the mark on Washington after the game?
Man, it must be something. There's no reason for this to be on TV.
That's disrespectful, yo.
This is 2 bad games we done picked already.
Yeah, the next game is gonna be just as bad.
Wait. Who you got? You got Washington?
No, I got Cleveland.
I got Washington.
All right, B. Got Washington.
By the way,
B.
Bradley Beal, you might want to ask for a trade soon.
He should have been asked for a trade. Look,
I said that one. All right.
I said that before the
I'm going
before
with
the playoffs
I'm
started
going with
last year.
Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland too. And John, you got Washington, right?
Yeah, maybe this will help Bradley Beal get out of the nation's capital. Go ahead.
All right, next game, Timberwolves and the Hawks. I have the Hawks,
I got the Hawks.
I'm picking the Hawks just because they're playing in Atlanta.
pretty much.
Yeah, Hawks.
I got the Hawks.
All right, the next game,
Trey Young
everybody
get a triple double that day?
No.
should. But next game,
Double.
most definitely.
Okay.
Pistons and the Heat.
I got Heat.
Heat.
How many players are they going to have?
It doesn't matter. They're playing against Detroit.
I'm just saying Heat. I don't know.
I'll pick the Heat. And they got like 7 players in the COVID protocol right now.
Hey, is Derrick Rose still over there with the Pistons?
Yeah.
Yep, sit up
Yes.
over there with 2 wins.
And 11 signature shoes.
Yeah,
Nah, I can't go with Rose in there.
yeah,
You going Heat?
Miami.
yeah. Miami.
Everybody got Miami.
Cool. All right.
I ain't heard a good game yet.
This game should be this is the most interesting game so far. Spurs and Trailblazers.
The most
Portland.
I'm picking Portland as well.
Well, Portland's the home team, right?
Yeah,
Oh, Marcus, go back to Portland.
Dame time.
yeah.
I'm going. I'm going with San Antonio.
Okay.
This might be interesting picks because all these games are trash.
Yeah, this next game gonna be trash too. Actually, this is the most interesting game so far.
Nick, Ben,
Uh,
John.
Suns and Grizzlies.
Ooh.
What you calling that back, huh?
John Morant not
That's-
back yet.
If John was playing, it'd been way more interesting, but I'm still picking Suns anyway.
I'm going with
I'm playing
Suns.
with the Suns too.
Third place in the Western Conference right now.
John Morant hurt.
He hurt.
Yeah, he hurt.
All right, I'm going with these.
All right.
This is
Now we got the best game of the day so
I
far.
got the Lakers.
Nah, not that one.
Clippers and who?
Nah, the Bucks and Nets.
Well, Kyrie ain't playing.
So it's KD versus Giannis.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going with Milwaukee.
I'm going with the Nets. KD got something to prove.
I think I'm picking the Nets as well.
I'm picking the Nets.
KD gonna show niggas he don't need Kyrie.
I think Kyrie may play that game.
I'm going with Bucks. Giannis don't give a damn about none of that.
He better have his sage ready.
All right, next game. The Mavs and the Raptors. The Raptors only have 2 wins so far.
Wow. Give me Dallas.
Dallas.
Porzingis is back now.
I wouldn't even care if he was there or not. I still would have picked Dallas.
True that.
All right, everybody got Dallas.
Pretty much.
Don't even ask me.
All right, another trash game. The Rockets and the Bulls.
Yo, why are we picking these trash games?
Man, these games are terrible.
Yeah, we could have skipped these.
We could have skipped this segment.
I had zero clue these games were this trash.
Yeah, they could have picked a whole better segment of games.
Who was that?
Rockets versus Bulls.
They could at least put the Clippers on there.
Yo, you could have just said who will have a better game,
I got the Rockets.
Zach LaVine or James Harden.
Yeah, I think I'm picking the.
We should just make who had more points at that game, Zach LaVine or James Harden.
I got the Bulls.
I'll pick the Bulls.
I got the verses.
Ashanti and Keisha Cole?
Nah, neither one of them.
We can cut that one off.
He's standing in the middle.
Yo,
Hey, wrong show.
Oh, that's cold.
yo, fam.
Yo,
All right.
where's the verses? Is it-
All right, so everybody got the Bulls.
Yeah. All right. So game of the day is the Warriors versus the Lakers.
Wait, you got Bulls?
Yeah, I got the Bulls.
John, who you got?
Bulls.
B, who you got?
Not the Bulls.
All right. I got the Rockets too.
All right.
And I got Lakers.
I got the Lakers as well.
Who you got, B?
LeBron.
So everybody got the Lakers.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Who you got, John?
Warriors.
Right. I mean, look,
I'm putting
Look
John
at
down
my
for the
hoodie.
Warriors.
Are you serious?
Look
They
at
should
my
have the
hoodie.
games that was on for Sunday. They've been Monday games.
my
Look at this.
hoodie says it all. My hoodie says it all. Mamba,
Okay.
Mamba out but never forgotten.
That should have been the Monday games right there.
Yeah, oh well.
Okay, that's terrible.
Let's go.
Who picked? Who do we got to complain to the NBA office about these games?
I don't know.
The NBA office.
Yeah.
That's trash.
All right.
This is a bunch of trash games.
Yeah.
But we picked them. So
This ought to make interesting, Father, for next week. Because these games are all garbage, and we picked them. And sad as this thing is, we're going to watch these games because there's not going to be on TV next week.
Well, they the grass will be growing and the paint will be drying.
There's no MLK Day parade on Crenshaw, so therefore,
I wouldn't go to that anyway.
That's a couple more people living.
wow, that's crazy. Sadly, but that's true. But we'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about we'll get the championship Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be talking Mark and his Bills on championship Sunday. So at least Sports for You have one team in the Final Four.
They were playing against the
Browns. There's a trip. 3 out of 4 quarterbacks on divisional weekend were in the 2018 draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mahomes was 2017. So you got all the young guys in the AFC and you got all the old guys in the NFC. Except for golf.
That's why the AFC is better.
So we'll definitely talk about that next week. And what else we'll get into? And obviously we'll hope to keep you updated on everything going on with this NBA COVID crisis. Hopefully everything works out. Kyrie Gate, what's happening with James Harden, and just getting ready because the Super Bowl is going to be here in the next 2 weeks. Do we make it? It seems like we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, gentlemen.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll see.
We'll see. But good luck to Mark's Bills. Good luck to everybody in their picks. And hopefully we have a good week. This was a great show, as per usual. Thank y'all, everybody who's viewing. We had a lot of views last week on YouTube and on Facebook. So keep viewing, keep subscribing. Subscribe to Townhouse Media on YouTube. Like Townhouse Media on Facebook. Like Sports for You on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Sports for You Podcast. And you also can follow us all individually on Sports for You. All of us individually. Our handles are in the bio. Download Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music. And obviously, continue to follow us at Townhouse Media, where you can find all our podcasts from not just Sports for You, No Rules, Cat versus Dog, Too Much Game, everybody, the whole umbrella. Salute. Gentlemen, we'll see y'all next week. So thank you again for joining us. This has been Sports for You. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick Freeze. That's Ben Ready. We out. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Be blessed.